really didn't want to army build unclassified. Why? I've already army built with G.I. Joe. All the way through the original line, all the way through the early 2000 line, all the way through to the anniversary line. I army built it to death. And I bought multi-packs of Vipers and Officers and Crimson Guard, and I just didn't want to go through that again after having done so much before. For me, this line is more of a one and done. I'm not going to buy 50 Snake Eyes. I'm not going to buy 27 Storm Shadows. I'm just not going to do it. I've done it. It's done. And it got tiring back then. It actually wore me down back in the day. So when I say I only wanted one Viper, I mean I wanted one Viper. But the only way to get a Viper is the Amazon 3-pack. I did run into a sale. $60. Not bad, that's 20 a figure. Thought about it. I said go. And I did. I've had it here. And that box art has been staring me in the face ever since. And I wondered, okay, what am I going to do here? Am I going to keep one, justify the officer maybe? Keep both of them? Maybe keep all three? I don't know. Finally, I said, well, I need to do a review on this. And keep in mind, I never watch reviews of toys I don't have until after I've done my review. This time, I made an exception in the middle of this review because there was such wacky shit going on that I had to really pause and take a look. So, here it is. I opened it up. So yeah, let's go over accessories real quick. You have this gun, which is kind of okay. You got this one. I really think this is a copy of a Valiverse gun, but yeah, it's still okay. It's not great. You got this butt ugly Nerf looking thing, which just sucks. It's just horrible. It shouldn't even exist. It's bad. It's just bad. You got this tiny gun that looks like something out of a dollar store set. You have goggles, of course, with gold goggles for the officer. You have the officer's gun, which is really nice. I like the red highlights on this. This is a really nice gun. Then you get these ugly, I don't know, Nerfy looking guns. Like, it's just, ugh. What is it with that? Eek. That's bad, man. That's just bad. You get two of those for the Vipers. You get blast effects, and some of them are warp, but they're blast effects, and I'm going to go over the blast effects in a little bit more detail, but yeah, they're, yeah, that's all I can really say is there's something. And, of course, backpacks, and, of course, the officer's backpack is a little different, and I'll go over that in a little bit, too. But let me take a moment to look at the stark differences of these guns. This is, these are night and day. I mean, the Viper one looks like a toy, and the officer one looks semi-realistic. And I suppose somebody's going to tell me, oh well, the Vipers don't get as good of equipment. Whatever, you could say that, but it seems to me like you would at least not want them to be playing with a toy gun. Just my thought there. The fun part with the goggles is they don't stay on. There's absolutely nothing to keep them on there. Now, yeah, okay, the anniversary version had the removable goggles, but they stayed on. And that was the thing. So, what the hell was the deal with this? I mean, they just basically sit on there. It's no good. Now, they also have this ugly, ugly scarf they come with, which hinders their articulation. And honestly, I find it kind of slips over and covers up the Cobra sigil. Don't know why or how even, but it's not something I like. And I have sat and struggled with these goggles. I cannot get them to stay on. There's a point I get with this review, I'm just going to get rid of them. They're just infuriating because they just don't stay on. It's just, it seems like we have the tech to make this work. Now, at first, I thought this was a mistake, but apparently the pads on the side only go down so far, and then they go and cross into the middle. And for a bit there, I thought maybe the thigh was on backwards, but then I looked at it and I was like, no, it's right. But if you remember the old one, that rib pattern went all the way down inside of the Viper. So I'm confused as what the hell this is about. So for another bout of questionable decisions, the forearm guards are on the wrong way. They're actually under the arm, not on the forearm. I know I can fix it with some heat, but I was like, did they mean to do this? Because it doesn't make any sense. And it loses that iconic look of a Viper. Yeah, I can fix it, but, at the same time, why should I? So on Blast Effects, we have this one, which looks alright, but does kind of look like somebody's compensating. Just saying. Then we have this one, which looks okay. Looks a lot like some of the ones we've gotten out of Marvel Legends, so I'll give it a pass. Then there's this thing. This looks like the barrel exploded. I know somebody's going to try to tell me it's for the grenade launcher. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's not the way it should look, and it just looks weird and odd. In fact, I think it looks more like it looks good as an explosion just sitting flat by itself, except for the fact that the little peg on it won't allow it to sit flat. Now, yeah, you can use this effect with it. With that same effect, you get that sort of super slow motion kind of thing out of it. But I really think that end piece really goes better with a pistol, especially with how long they made the other effect. So, again, I'm kind of confused as to what the purpose of this base is. It doesn't seem to match up with anything. And then there's these two blast effects, which really looks like somebody watched one too many action movies. I mean, these don't look good at all. I'm sure somebody's, oh no, those are coolest things there. These do not look cool. Not in the slightest. But and I know you can put you can put attachments in them. I think they actually makes them look worse. Uh, it looks like very generic action movie special effect kind of stuff. I mean, while we're at it, why don't we just put the suppressor on the end with the smoke effect? I mean, why not? I mean, we're just cobbling this together, right? I mean, that works for me. When you consider these are the accessories we're supposed to be getting with the steel core, yeah, that's really saying something. Okay, so I will say the backpacks work. I mean, you got toolkits, a canteen, some grappling rope, some nice grenades, and a nice Cobra sigil on the back. The sergeant, the the commander one, same thing except it has a gold symbol and a gray highlight. Both of them work really well as backpacks. Of course, getting them into the back is a bit difficult, as is with all classifieds, but I do find they stay in a little bit better than most classifieds I've had to deal with. So that's a plus. So I've spent a good amount of time on this review trashing the Viper. Do I have anything good to say? Yes. I do like the helmet. I like the red highlights around it. I think it looks just right. It's not that overblown melon from the original, but it's not too skinny to not look like a person's head fits inside. The overlay looks great. I like the red grenade sticking out. The red Cobra symbol really sticks out well too. And I like the belt buckle with the red. That really rocks. It makes certain areas pop and gives good detail to areas that need it, like with straps and other things. Compare that to the officer gear, which doesn't have those highlights, and you see it looks like a big red wash. Now, that's not to say that the officer's one doesn't look okay, but looking at it with the regular Vipers, you see that it can look better. However, I will say the officer's helmet does look good, and the gold on it looks really good. Just wish those damn goggles would stay. So after spending a good while trashing on these figures, are they bad? No. Some heat, some glue, and some re-outfitting from the Crimson Shadow tin. These guys are going to be pretty good. The point is, I didn't buy a craft project. I bought a figure. That really brings them down. They're fixable. They're workable. And yeah, it's going to take some time. But it's time I shouldn't be wasting fixing issues with Hasbro. This is a professional billion-dollar toy company, and they can't get what should be a home run to not go foul. I mean, this should be easy. I'm just saying. I still like them. I will give it 3 stars because of all the work I'm going to have to put into it to get it right. And somebody's going to say, oh, you're whining because you have to fix it. Well, yeah, because I shouldn't have to. I should take it out of the box, put it on my shelf, boom, I'm done. I do that with Marvel Legends all the time. I do that with a lot of other Hasbro products all the time. I should be able to do it here. That's it. That's my view of the Viper 3-pack from Amazon. Alright, that's it for Infinite Realms. Don't forget to like and subscribe.